and gentlemen, welcome to the Lion's Den Show. And here's your host, Cody Judy.
Welcome to the Lion's Den Show. I'm your host and your toast, Cody Robert Judy. Cheers. Good to be with you. Today is May 1st, 2011. We have an informative show for you today, Patriots, which promises to set the record straight on the April 27, 2011 birth of Barack Hussein Obama's long-form birth certificate. One of the many interesting facets of this event was the birth of Barack Obama's long-form birth certificate and transformation of the birthers into Longformers. We witnessed this with one of the most highly respected members of journalism left in the business. And I'm speaking of none other, and I'm sure you can guess his name, of course, Mr. Jon Stewart of Comedy Central's The Daily Show. I say with some degree of authority, after witnessing so many of the other despicable acts of journalism enter the quackery of calling Article 2 patriots or birthers or longformers racist for simply asking that the occupant of the White House move out because he's not a natural-born citizen, because his father is British and he's a British subject. When you have someone, for instance, move into your apartment and you do a background check on them as, say, Barry Soetoro, and then they move in and you find out that they have multiple social security numbers, fraudulent college career at Columbia University, say, and they paid you the rent with $100 bills that look like this, rather than, well, this, then you're what? That's right. Well, you're a racist. According to David Lettermen, The Late Show, Bob Schaefer, Chris Matthews, and a whole host of these other circus ringmen. Now, last time I checked the Constitution, race or the color of skin was not supposed to be used as a cover for communism or socialism or Marxism, but that's exactly what these clowns are doing. Now, if you're looking for a presidential candidate in 2008 who was fair in challenging both Senator John McCain and Senator Barack Hussein Obama on their qualifications, just so you don't think we were picking on the black guy, I was the man. The only one, but I am somebody, and I did have standing in the presidential race as a candidate. Senator McCain did produce right off the get-go both his short form and his long form birth certificates. And then I sued him because he wasn't born in the United States or in a military hospital. He is a foreigner who was naturalized by an act of Congress for the Panama Canal Zone 11 months after his birth. Now, big secret, Congress doesn't get if you're a real natural-born citizen, you don't need a United States Senate resolution stating so. And you sure don't need an act of Congress to be naturalized, because you're already a natural-born citizen. You were born in the United States and both your parents at the time of your birth were U.S. citizens. Okay? Now, Mr. Senator Obama came up with a document called a certification of live birth. That's the short form that was cooked up. Then he just kind of used momentum to push his U-Haul trailer into the apartment. And he's been waiting there for 3 years. This is like a landlord's nightmare. Getting the rent paid to you, money. Now, Governor Neil Abercrombie, respected Democrat governor in Hawaii, a friend of Obama's family, just a month and a half ago, says Obama doesn't have a long-form birth certificate. There isn't one there. And then April 27th, Obama produces one. That's kind of confusing. Now, this along with Hawaii's statement that they don't give long-form birth certificates anymore. So, kind of like, wow, where did Obama's long-form birth certificate come from after 3 years? Now, there have been 3 experts I know of that have looked into this long-form birth certificate that Obama just brought out of the oven. They have examined it and found layers in it, boxes with X's and O's and lettering that was off-centered or in the center, all these things, and compared it to, say, the other twin girls that were born the same day, but their numbers that were out of order or sequence compared to the time of their birth, with a rubber stamp that goes ahead one every time it's used. Now these 3 opinions I've heard state that that Obama has produced, long-form birth certificate, definitely has or is an enhanced document. But the Lion's Den show didn't stop there. 3 experts was not enough for us, so we hired our own forensic specialist that we know personally because they're family, cousins to be exact. Now we know they will not lie, because if they do and I find out, I can beat the crap out of them and they won't press charges. That's a nice thing about family. So without further ado, let me introduce these 2. Cousin Benny is a specialist in what is termed the D test, and the other is a specialist in the F test. That's Cousin Lenny. I'm not a specialist, I'm a constitutionalist, and I don't need the verification of no long-form birth certificate to tell me anything except, was Barack Obama's father a British citizen at the time of Barack Obama or Mayberry Satori's birth? Now these guys, Cousin Lenny, Cousin Benny, have actually done time for things like this, so they know their business. I've done a couple of favors for them, so we don't have to pay them any of these. And they actually agreed to come on the show. Now, they're wanted men, but mostly by girls. So we had to do a little mission impossible, disguise on their faces. But we left their voices clean, so there's no disguise on the voice. Their voices are their voices. Okay, let's see Cousin Benny and Cousin Lenny's presentations. Roll those clips, please.
Hello there. We're here for Obama's long-form birth certificate test. This is what we call the Delta test. As you can see here, we're coming out with the final results here. And let's see here. Ooh, hot. Ooh, hot. Ooh, hot. Ooh, hot. Ooh, hot. Oh. The Delta test is confirmed that this just what the hell? This is just a bunch of dog shit. Man, this smells real bad. Whew. Friends and Patriots, I'm in charge of the F test of the long-form birth certificate. We're excited here because the test results are coming out soon. Let's see if they're done now. Now we got all these layers. Here we go. Woo! Wow, that's hot. Woo! 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 Oh, wow, that is hot. Now, as you can see, as the results are, we've taken all the layers here of the long-form birth certificate. As you can see, Barack Obama's quite a sportsman. I can't believe he's released this. He's a great sportsman, catching and releasing. And golly, this does smell a little fishy. And it looks a little fishy. Let's have a little nibble. By golly, it tastes a little fishy too. We'll see you next.
So, there you have it. With all the layers. The D test turned out positive for dog shit, and the F test turned out positive for looking, smelling, and tasting fishy. You can guess why the D test didn't have a tasting exercise to it. I tried to get Cheech and Chong on this, but they were just sky high. Until next time, I'm Cody Robert Jr. Cowboy up and spur 'em in the guts.